G'day guys, so what we're going to do in this video is armour up the Plant X on a boat. But more specifically, we're going to do it off stacked foundations. Now if you've ever put Plant X on a boat, you'll know that it's really easy to steal the fertilizer. All you have to do is ram another boat through the side. The plant won't be able to shoot and you can just walk up and steal the fertilizer. The plant is invulnerable if you push a boat through it, but that doesn't help if you can just pull the fertilizer out. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to start building off a standard foundation that I'd always use, but it doesn't matter what you start with. So I'm going to start by stacking a foundation downwards, which is really easy to do and we've covered before in the alpha killing boat. So a ceiling out, a pillar down, and then stack the foundation underneath the other one. And now get rid of the pillar and the ceiling. Extend a foundation out from that one by using a thatch ceiling out and a foundation underneath it. So now that we've got this foundation in this position, we can start building an armoured crop plot. Now, 4 walls around the edges. If it's butted up against another wall, you only need 3, obviously. Then lay a foundation on top of the other one. Sometimes you won't find that snap point as easy, and you can just place a thatch ceiling down and the foundation underneath. Okay, so now it's time to lay the crop plot down. You'll notice that it's a really tight space. So instead of standing there for half an hour trying to find that green snap point, place a ladder on the side of it. This will remove 2 of the 3 axes. Get your crop plot out and just climb up and down the ladder until it turns green. So you can see how tight it is with very little movement. So place your crop plot down and then put a hatch frame on top of it. Now trapdoors are still ruined, so before you place that down, make sure you fertilise and seed it. Then you can put the trapdoor down. Unfortunately, yes, you will have to demolish that trapdoor to replace that fertilizer. Everything should go in pretty easily, but sometimes you might get an obstruction on one side. The easy solution is just to demolish that foundation next to it. Place the wall down and replace that foundation. Now, the good thing about having crop plot placed on a foundation is that you can place them anywhere. So here I'll hang one up in the air. So extend a pillar upwards, thatch ceilings out, and snap some foundation underneath. And now you can get rid of all that supporting structure. Get rid of everything that's not those 2 foundations. Wall in the foundation where you want the crop plot to be placed. And now we're going to have to stack a foundation upwards. So start with the pillar on the edge of the other foundation at the lowest snap point. Then pillar into the center, again at the lowest snap point. Another pillar up from that one, and a thatch ceiling across. It'll vibrate, but it doesn't matter where it is. If you need it, place another thatch ceiling across and snap a foundation underneath. Like before, to align the crop plot we use a ladder. Climb the ladder, get the crop plot out and place it down. Then hatch frame, seed and fertilize it, then put the trapdoor down. Demolish all the supporting structure and you'll have a hanging armoured crop plot. You don't need the bottom foundation which the walls were placed on. The walls will remain glued to the side of the top foundation. Now next time it rains, or you can water them yourself, the plant X will grow up through the trapdoors. You may remember that when I first made the armoured crop plots I put the railing on the sides of them. That's not needed on boats. The only functional purpose for that is to stop rexes and gigas from eating on your plants. Don't do that on boats as it hinders the downward arc of fire too much. Okay, so that build was specific to stone. It won't work on metal. You won't have enough room for the crop plot. So the solution to working with metal is to first build thatch ceilings out the side. Here I'll build an armoured crop plot on a metal foundation boat. So start with thatch ceilings out the sides. Then place the walls on the edge of that thatch ceiling. Make sure all the corners look like that. So by doing that you've opened up the hole a bit more so the crop plot can fit. Now I'll just replace the two foundations that I demolished earlier. Now like before, a ladder up the side. You won't get it right on the side with the metal, but it doesn't matter if it hangs up the top. Crop plot out and place it down. You'll have a lot more room to place it this time, so try and get it in the centre. Now after you place the hatch frame on top, you may notice you can still access the inventory through the corners. But once you place a trapdoor down, that'll stop and you won't be able to access it. Only demolish it, but other players won't be able to do that. Now stand on the side of the hatch frame which opens it upwards. Look down the far edge of the trapdoor and you should be able to access the inventory. You can do this in metal but you can't do it in stone. And all done. You've armoured your crop plot from theft and from blast damage. So combining this with stacked foundation walls, and your boat should be able to take quite a few rocket hits. So it's taken no damage from those 2 strikes. Anyway, let's go have a look at a few more complete boats. At least having the shell and the plants completed. None of these boats are maxed out. So this is a 5x5 stacked foundation boat. Not furnished yet. I wouldn't build it like this again, rather I'd pull those plants in from the sides so they don't take up as many pieces. The next boat is a 3x4 boat, similar to the ones I built in the stacked foundation video. This boat still has a lot of pieces left over for furnishing it. And uses the catapult to access the roof. Okay, the next boat's a stone boat. I tried to model this one off a World War I tank. So the compartment in the front has all the crafting and the beds. The driver has his own compartment in the back. I was originally going to use the spikes as tank tracks along the side, but I got a bit carried away with them. The gunner can take up position on the catapult from grabbing it underneath. And the commander sits up top in the lookout position and sniping position, which you can also use for boarding other boats after ramming into them. And it's 2 armoured turrets on the sides. So it's a combination of foundation walls and normal walls. With this boat I hung 2 armoured crop plots off the sides, so each side would cover underneath the other one. It's a good idea to have a plant on your boat as early warning when someone's around, to prevent you getting hit on the back of the head with a club. But it's quite hard to keep a plant on that boat, so hopefully this video has helped you do that. Anyway guys, that's it. I'm just finishing up on the no tame servers now, so I can start uploading the videos recorded from that. If you see me in the servers, chuck me a message. I nearly always come and join you, if only just for the night, but whatever. The only thing is I don't reply to global chat in game, so for those that have tried to do that, I apologise.